the guy that's going to defend us with his ball.
Hi everybody, it's Honest John, and we have some actual soldiers left over from the war.
Ladies and gentlemen, there will be a musket fire demonstration in 2 minutes at point 12, the Rushbaker Monument. Ice!
So there's going to be a musket firing demonstration. That's going to be cool. So we're going to watch that, and as soon as he starts, I will be filming.
Just have a seat on the steps in the shade. I just ask you to stay off the top of the monument, please. Now, is everybody from everywhere? What I like to do is I like to start off everybody introducing yourselves. So please introduce yourselves to everybody, and I'll be back in a few minutes. All right, anyways, does anybody know who I am? I'll tell you that I am very old. I'm over 200 years old because I am from the War of 1812, which you know by now we're doing the bicentennial of. So does anyone guess what army I'm from? And there is one guy who's not allowed to answer up there. Yes, because you've seen this before. So go ahead. Who thinks they know what army I'm from?
I think you're British.
You think I'm British. I think you're wrong.
Oh, okay.
Try again. American, yes. American. Well, Americans are typically wearing blue during the period, although they go through several uniform changes during the short war. It's only a 2.5-year war, and they must go through 7 or 8 different uniforms. You'll even see some changes just between the blue uniforms that we are wearing today. And you may have also seen a guy dressed in gray walking around. He's actually an infantryman from the war. But this is from the 1st Artillery Division that was here at the fort during the war, 1813 to be more specific. They were here. They had the very nice blue uniform. They had linen trousers, a linen waistcoat, pants that go up very high, man. We call that the Urkel effect. Yes, very high. We have low gaiters to protect things from going down our shoes, like stones or twigs, brambles, anything like that, so it protects them. And they gave me a very strange hat to wear. Does anybody? No, you're not allowed to answer because you've seen this so many times before. Does anybody know what the hat is called? Go ahead, sir. You think you remember?
I forgot what it's called, but I know it's to make you look taller.
It is called the Shako, and it is to make me look taller. That's its only purpose. The idea was if I look bigger, more intimidating to the other side, they're not going to want to come over and fight with us. So we look like a bunch of big men on this side. The only problem is, what are the British wearing, ma'am? What are the British wearing that we're fighting? Red coats, yes. That is the Niagara River going along that edge of the fort. And Canada is right there. The British are right there in 1812. So there are many battles along the river. I'm not going to name them for you, but if you'd like to after the presentation, I certainly can. But there are 3 bombardments between here and Fort George, which many of you saw on the way in, I'm sure, especially with your tour guide. And a battle over here at actually at Queenston Heights down there. The Americans end up burning Newark over there. You guys are shaking your heads because Brian must have done a very good job with you on your tour, so that's good. Now, so there's many engagements along the way here, and then if you were with the tour group, you know also that the British came here on the night of December 19th, 1813, and recaptured the fort by the point of bayonet. Was Brian doing his work?
Yes.
Good.
But we read all those things.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
Oh, you really studied up on it then. No, I'm impressed. Very good. I should stand down and let you give...
No, only once we read it.
Well, they also gave me what's called a musket to do my fighting with. And the musket really is a very simple weapon from our 21st century perspective, wouldn't you say? It's going to work because a piece of flint, a piece of rock is going to come down and strike the steel, drop a spark into what's called the pan, which is right there. It's going to ignite a little bit of powder that I put in there. I will have put more powder down the barrel of the gun. And when the little explosion goes through what's called the touch hole here in the barrel, it's going to set off the main charge. Now it seems pretty basic, and it is. And because it's so basic, a lot of things can go wrong. The problem is the black powder will not stay in the pan. Like if the other day when it was very windy, it was blowing out of the pan and it would not ignite. If it is hot or even very humid, which this day seems to be getting more humid as the day goes on, the gunpowder gets all moist and it won't ignite. It also doesn't like days that are really partly cloudy, sunny, or days that end in Y. Because this is not a very efficient weapon, all those things can go wrong, and they most often do. We hope it goes off today for you. It is also not a very accurate weapon. It is a smooth bore weapon if you care. It is 69 caliber inside a 75 caliber barrel. Does anybody know what that's going to do to my ball as it comes out of the barrel? It's going to be bouncing around inside that barrel, and when it comes out, where it goes, nobody knows kind of effect. If I was to point at that blacksmith shed, I would strike it maybe 1 in 5 times. That's not very good odds of striking something. There are rifles at the time. What is different with a rifle than a musket? Does anybody know? A cartridge? Oh, I must see if you guys would qualify for the Army. First of all, you must be at least 5 foot 6 inches tall to handle the size of the musket. A few shaking their head. No, but I think most people make that here, 5'6". But are you 5'6", sir?
Yes.
Good, you can join the Army, but can you pass this next test? You have to have at least 2 teeth. One on top and one on the bottom that line up, so you can bite the cartridge paper. It looks like everybody passes that test too. Welcome to the Army. Now, you're going to bite off the top of the cartridge paper, spit that out, put a little powder into the pan, turn the gun about, pour the rest down the barrel, and there would have been a ball in here, in this paper. There is no ball today in there, in case you're wondering. We're not allowed to shoot terrorists. But we are working to change that. Hopefully soon. That all gets rammed down with a ramrod. You take that out, return the ramrod. I think I'll take a pot shot at that blacksmith. What do you say? They would tell me to make ready. The Americans would say, take aim. At this point, the British laugh. Why would the British laugh at that order?
Because you can't aim.
Because there's no sense in aiming this thing, they think. And then they would say the magic word, which is fire. Fire. And it doesn't go off.
Fire. Whoa!